Hi everybody, Adam Steele here, and today we're going to be unboxing some stuff. I've had quite a few deliveries, some mundane, some less mundane, and I think it'll be good to talk about what I've got here and why I've got some of this stuff, because there's a lot of improvement going on at the moment in the studio, so you'll soon see. Okay, so let's start with some of the more mundane. So one that I've actually already unboxed was a Gigabit network switch, which might seem not that interesting, but that is going to coincide with a lot of the other little bits that we've got going on here. So I'm going to crack out the Leatherman and get myself a blade and start opening some of these packages. Now this one is, again, fairly boring. This is a power supply for a monitor. And you think, well, what use is that? That's not very interesting. But we'll combine that with this 8-way power supply. Look at that frag. Chunky monster. Pro tip, these paper things on here, always take them off. Any firefighter will tell you they're the biggest fire risk in any building, house, commercial, whatever they are. Get rid of them. So that's all building up. Anything else that's related? That's kind of it for that. And a few speaker cables. They're all a couple of meters each. And the reason that I have all these is that I'm going to be having a dedicated streaming computer just over there with its own setup, several cameras, which is going to be very exciting. That's going to take a little while to develop, but it's going to need some power. It's literally in the other room right now compiling OBS. I've decided to do that with Linux, because as nerdy as Linux is, it's rock solid stable, and that's what I want for a streaming computer. So there'll be a vlog going up within the next couple of days where you'll see me on my hands and knees running cables underneath the floorboards, underneath the soundproof floating floor, which is a real pain, I can tell you. But we're doing HDMI over Ethernet, so we're going to have proper cameras in the live room and the vocal booth. Not sure what kind of cameras we're going to have in here yet on a regular studio day. Obviously, we're capturing this camera, the Blackmagic, on what I would call a filming day. And that's going to continue forever. That's the plan. And so we're then going to have two of the screens behind me being captured by that machine as well. So you'll be able to see what I'm doing, what clients are doing and what they're saying, and you'll be able to see what's going on in the live room as well. So we'll be able to do some very exciting things where we'll be able to not just do like vlogs of recording bands in the studio, but do entire pieces of like live streaming the entire recording session, and you'll see what it takes to record a band properly. And I think that's absolutely fascinating to a lot of people, is that you'll see the inner workings of my process, not necessarily every engineer's process, because we are all different, but you'll see the engineering, you'll see the production, because you should be able to hear, I'll have microphones up in different rooms, you'll be able to hear me talking to the band. I'm definitely going to have the talkback system wired through. And what may be relevant here, so I'm just unboxing speaker cables now. The speaker cables are to go with this next thing, which is these little extension connectors from Neutrik, or Reen, which is Neutrik. And these are so that if I'm doing any reamping in the studio, I don't have to have the heads and the cabinets fixed in place. I've now got 2 speaker cables under the floor, so I can reamp 2 amps at once, which is very exciting. And that also means that if I have a station to put amp heads on, and I can then put cabs anywhere I want in the live room, I can then do reamping properly live on stream. So the speaker cables, that's all going to one side. Now, onto the Latvian contingent. So this, and I have already opened these, is some DI boxes from a company called Simple Way. Some rather nice people from Latvia, and those are going to be in a video on the channel any day now. That one's made with silver solder and gold contacts and Nishikon capacitors. Very posh. And they're all very funky, so I'm looking forward to making a video with them. But here's one that I haven't opened at all, and this is the other Latvian contingent today. This one is very interesting because this is a first for me. This is a delivery from Jay-Z Microphones. Not Jay-Z the rapper, the Latvian microphone makers. And I am very excited to open these. So this, ooh, that's the HH1. It's their new handheld microphone. Ooh, there's a serious presence bump on that graph. How did she get this open? This is from my old friend and assistant Anna, who... There we go. There we go. Who has been demoing these microphones for me in Latvia. And so I'll be doing a video on these very soon. Ooh. That's a weird shape. That's that kind of flat... I think I like that. Apparently the sound is great, so that's what I'm really looking forward to, but I like that slightly weird look. So we've got the HH1, Jay-Z's handheld mic. And that's going to be reviewed by me very soon. And this is the one, Polini. Awesome. Anna sent me one of her albums. Check this out, Pelny. She makes some very interesting music. Anna Seruma. I'll put a link to this in the description because she's a good friend of mine and I taught her a lot of the basics of production and she's gone on to make some very good stuff. And so this is the one. Oh, there it is. The BH2. The black hole microphone. This is going to be absolutely fascinating. The frequency response looks very flat on this little graph here. So I'm going to have to see... Come on, Anna, how have you done this? I'm going to have to see... There we go. How this performs, but... Ooh, that's pretty. So... Surprisingly light. It's got a very nice looking capsule. You can see right through it, hence the name Black Hole. And it comes with a microphone mount. Oh, that goes on. Right. These spring loaded? Does that like pop on there somehow? I'll have to do my reading up in the manual on this, but it looks like a 2-point mounting system that then makes this shock mounted. Very clever. So I'll be checking this out, and I won't be throwing this off camera like I've been doing with the cardboard because that's very nice indeed. Now, onward. My good friends at Rode have sent me a pod mic, which you'll have seen me using in streaming over the last few months, and I'm doing a separate video on that. But wait, there's more! One that I don't actually have the box with me, and I'll just put a photo here of the box, is the new Sontronix Podcast Pro, which I'm very excited to be trying out. It's brand new, and it's bright red, like a fire engine, and it's going to be on my home live streams for the next foreseeable future. And that's got a very hot output and quite a nice sound to it, so that's going to be something that's coming up. I've got a couple of 100 cable ties, or Velcro cable ties, which I'm looking forward to Velcro tying every cable that's not nailed down. And probably Velcro tying some that are tied down. And last but not least, I dug this out because of a video that Glenn made. This is a Behringer Euphoria UM2. I bought this because it was literally the cheapest audio interface I could get on Amazon. And I was really quite disappointed to find that you couldn't get specific drivers for it. But it turns out through our Discord, which you should absolutely join because we've got a great community, one of the guys in our community was telling me that the drivers for the rest of the series, the Euphoria series, also work with the UM2. And Glenn Fricker was telling me that the UMC202HD, which is a couple of steps up from this, really impressed him with really low latencies and really high quality audio. So I will definitely be checking this out and making a video to see if this is actually a half decent beginner's interface. It might be terrible. It might be that the higher end ones are better, but we will see. So I'm not generally the biggest fan of unboxing videos. I've done a few in the past, but I've got so much stuff that I wanted to show you all that this seemed like a really good time to do that. So thank you very much for watching, and stick around because there's so much more that is coming. And I'm very excited to show you all. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you all either on the Discord or in the next video. Goodbye. Hey everyone, that might be the end of the video, but if you fancy carrying on this conversation, we have a Discord server, link is in the description. We're also on Patreon, which is something you can really help us with. We also are on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter at Hop Hole Studios. See you there.